Rose. I owe you an apology.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Golden Girls storylines the show forgot about.
This is very embarrassing. You don't understand a word I'm saying.
Well, I can't believe what I'm looking at.
I can't, Dorothy. It's too hard. And I wish you'd all just stop acting like you know what I'm going through, because you don't. You don't have any idea.
For this list, we're looking at plot lines from this fab foursome that were never concluded. Which Golden Girls storylines still feel unfinished to you? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. What happened to Rose's sister? In Season 1, we meet Rose's rather accomplished sister Lily. Later in life, Lily lost her sight and is now struggling to adjust to life.
That's okay, honey. I'll do it.
No, now, Rose, please. I told you when I first arrived I didn't want any special treatment.
I'm sorry.
It's been nearly 6 months now since I lost my sight. And I've learned to cope with just about anything.
The episode shows how Rose helps her sister regain her independence, especially after she accidentally causes a fire.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not used to your stove.
Maybe you shouldn't have been cooking on it, darling. Well, somebody could have gotten hurt.
I said I was sorry.
The last we see of Lily, she's doing much better and has become more accustomed to her new lifestyle. You might have expected them to revisit this character to see how she's getting on, or simply just reunite the sisters again over the duration of 7 seasons. Yet Lily is never seen again, and seemingly forgotten about altogether.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, this is nothing. Wait till you see me drive home.
Number 9. Where's Mr. Mitsumo? With the others on a rather disastrous vacation, Sophia starts spending more time with their gardener, Mr. Mitsumo.
Understand little.
They develop a tight bond that soon turns into something more. Sophia becomes infatuated with the gardener, and it seems like they've planted the seedlings for a budding romantic relationship.
I gotta tell you, even though you eat raw fish and you like to listen to a piano being tuned, I find you awfully cute.
Sophia, cuter.
However, it's never given the opportunity to grow, as after this episode, Mr. Mitsumo suddenly disappears. Sophia goes on to date several other men throughout the series run. However, Mr. Mitsumo is not one of them, nor does she ever bring him up again. It's a shame this relationship wasn't given the chance to bloom.
Lesson number 1, kiss.
Number 8. What happened to Sophia's sister Angela?
Angela?
No, Gina Lola Brigida.
This is my surprise?
So happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday? You call this old bag a present?
After a decades-long feud due to a misunderstanding, Sophia is begrudgingly reunited with her sister Angela. The estranged sisters hadn't spoken since 1955, but with Dorothy's help, they reconcile.
Angela.
Sophia.
I don't believe this.
I think it's sweet.
I think I'm gonna cry.
I think they should both be committed.
Angela even returns for a second episode, but after that, she's never seen again. Instead, we are introduced to Sophia's brother Angelo, a priest from Sicily who seems to have moved to the US sometime after his sister.
Angelo!
Sophia, you look terrific. Well, you haven't changed a bit in 40 years.
Angelo, you're a priest. You shouldn't lie.
This begs the question, where's Angela? Did she move back to Sicily? Has she had another falling out with her siblings? These are just some of the questions whose answers will forever remain a mystery.
Fine, you ask the questions.
Don't tell me what to do.
Ladies, now let's not lose our tempers.
Number 7. Did Dorothy help Mario return to the US?
This is really terrific.
It's not terrific. It's just okay.
It is much better than okay. Blanche, I want you to listen.
In Season 2, Dorothy's favorite student, Mario, played by Mario Lopez, faces deportation. His award-winning essay attracts the attention of government officials, who reveal that he's an undocumented immigrant.
Mario, afraid you'll have to come with me.
Understandably, the teenager is scared, but Dorothy promises to stand by him. Sadly, he ends up getting deported, but Dorothy vows to keep fighting for him.
There are legal ways to keep you in this country, and tomorrow morning we're going to find out what they are.
I have to go tomorrow.
Then I'll do it myself, and we'll get you back here, I promise.
Only we never see or hear about him again. Did Dorothy keep her word and keep fighting? Was she successful? Did Mario eventually return to the US? If not, what happened to him? Perhaps she failed and it was too painful to talk about. All we know is that this story remains unfinished. Number 6. What happened to Rose's dislike of hospitals? During the episode where Blanche's sister Virginia comes to ask her for a kidney, Rose shares that she has a deep dislike of hospitals.
They're full of germs. I always hold my breath in the elevators because there are sick people in the elevators and it's such a small space.
However, in season 6, she begins volunteering at one.
Excuse me, but do I know you? You look awfully familiar.
I get that a lot. People say I look like Wilma Flintstone.
Now, we're no experts, but we're pretty sure that you wouldn't be able to hold your breath on and off for the entirety of a volunteering shift. How would you even talk to anyone? Rose seems to have overcome a pretty serious phobia to voluntarily spend extended hours in a place she once feared. Or the more likely option is that the writers simply forgot about this exchange from season 1.
Rose, I don't think you are up to this.
Number 5. What happened to Dorothy's grandson? Dorothy's son Michael announces he's engaged to an older woman, much to her dismay.
Mom, you're not upset about this, are you?
No, I'm not upset. It's just that, come on, it's an awful lot to digest at once.
His fiance's mom isn't exactly thrilled either. However, they quickly abandon their prejudices when they learn they'll soon be grandmothers.
Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Me too. So what are we going to do?
What mothers have done since the beginning of time. Pretend that we're happy, and then complain to anybody who'll listen.
Yet in season 5, when Michael and Lorraine separate, there's no mention of the kid at all. It's likely the child remained with his mother. But since no one mentions him, it's almost as if they've forgotten he even exists.
Michael, couldn't you have tried to make it work before you just walked away?
Oh, I tried. God knows I tried. But Ma, she didn't understand who I am. She didn't understand I'm a free spirit.
Michael comes to his mother looking for support and a place to crash. At no point does he mention supporting little Robbie as well. Number 4. How did Rose overcome her addiction?
Rose, why are you acting like this?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just get off my damn back!
Rose's sudden mood swings are red flags to her friends, leading them to uncover her 30-year-long dependency on painkillers.
Rose, what are those pills for?
The doctor prescribed them when I wrenched my back.
I didn't know you'd hurt your back.
Oh, it's an old farm injury from St. Olaf.
At first, she's embarrassed and reluctant to admit that she has a problem. She even goes so far as to lie to her friends just to cover it up.
Oh, give her some credit. The woman has never told a lie in her life. Nobody does it great the first time.
Eventually, though, she concedes that she needs help and admits that addiction is something she'll continue to struggle with for the rest of her life. So it seems pretty unlikely that she would be able to overcome a 3-decade-long addiction in the span of just one episode.
It just must feel wonderful being cured.
Oh, I'm not cured.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'll never be cured, but I know now I can live without drugs my whole life, one day at a time.
Yet after this, it's never brought up again. Number 3. Was Sophia a polygamist? Back in season 4, Sophia reunites with someone from her past. And it's not long until the pair announces their engagement.
I am shocked. I am disappointed. I am speechless.
We're getting married.
I am very lightheaded.
However, the honeymoon phase has barely begun when they realize they got married for all the wrong reasons. But due to Sophia's religious beliefs, divorce isn't an option, so they just part ways.
But that doesn't mean we can't get together occasionally for, you know.
You can do that when you're just good friends?
Hey, I want to get in good with St. Peter. I don't want his job.
Yet in season 7, she agrees to marry the soon-to-be widowed Marvin. We know that the Catholic Church frowns upon divorce, but we don't think they look too fondly upon bigamy either.
And I really care for Marvin. And if we can all be happy together and not be alone, what's wrong with that?
So how was Sophia even able to consider another marriage? Did something happen to Max that we don't know about?
I guess we've all learned something from this.
Yeah. You can never really replace someone you've lost. And the next time I answer an ad, it'll be from one of Blanche's magazines. Those people know what they want.
Number 2. What happened to Dorothy's illness?
I just cannot get rid of this flu, and it keeps getting worse, not better.
This episode of The Golden Girls was considered incredibly progressive for its time. Based on the real experiences of show creator Susan Harris, the 2-part episode helped people with invisible disabilities feel seen.
There are days when I can't get out of bed. Raising my arms to wash my hair in the shower is too exhausting for me. I can't even do that. I have heart palpitations. I can't concentrate. I forget things. I get confused.
Dorothy goes through a long and grueling process to understand why she's always so exhausted. She sees several doctors, most of whom make her feel worse when she's already pretty down.
There's nothing wrong with you, Dorothy, except what happens to all of us. In case you haven't noticed, you're not 30. Take a cruise, Dorothy. Go to a hypnotist. Change your hair color. My wife became a blonde. She's a new woman.
But eventually, she's diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. However, after spending 2 episodes trying to identify the root of the problem, her CFS is never mentioned again.
So I really have something real.
I would say you most certainly do.
It seems rather unlikely that she made a quick and sudden full recovery.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. What happened to Coco? If you recall the pilot episode, before they became the fabulous foursome we know and love today, the ladies lived with their butler Coco. Played by Charles Levin, Coco seemed like a great fit for the group. He chatted romance with Blanche and easily rivaled Dorothy's sharp wit.
I taught a class today, the finest school in Dade County. 2 girls had shaved heads and 3 boys had green hair.
They're expressing themselves.
However, NBC disagreed and cut most of his scenes before ultimately axing the character altogether.
That's fine, Rose. You do that. I don't mind at all.
Sure, Rose. Set a place at the table.
They quite rightly believed that the chemistry between these 4 women was strong enough to carry the show. So instead, Sophia was bumped up from a recurring character to a series regular, while Coco vanished and was never mentioned again.
You're my family, and you make me happy to be alive.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.